Hello, Jan. Hi, nice to see you, but I cannot hear you.
Now you can hear me, I hope.
Yes. Hi. We already have one participant who is outside the project, so welcome everyone. We'll just need some time to do some practical things, and then we'll start at 10 sharp.
Yeah.
I will share my slide set now. And you can tell me, Jan, if I'll put the slideshow, if it's look good or not. Okay, from beginning. So it's all right?
Yeah, I can see it clearly.
Okay, good. Then we'll just wait for another 10 minutes, I guess, and then we'll start.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this webinar on fix and repair workshops. We will be talking about Estonia, Norway, Latvia, and Germany. My name is Jelizaveta Krenjova, and I'll be moderating this session today. So we're here to explore how communities are embracing repair culture, but we'll talk not about extending the products as such, but also strengthening sustainability, reducing waste, fostering collaboration. So I believe that each country can bring a unique experience, and I'm very happy that we have people joining as I speak. So we had a lot of registrations, and we prepared a lot for this webinar. So I invite you to listen, to learn, to share your thoughts, of course, I hope these practical solutions that we will be talking about will be interesting and insightful for you. But before we begin, a few practical things regarding the webinar. So please keep your mic muted if you're not speaking. To ask questions, you can always use Teams chat at any time. So even during presentations, if you have question, then please feel free to type it into the chat. And of course, you can raise your hand virtually during Q&A, and we will have this specific time after each presentation. Also, please note that this webinar is being recorded. And we will have later on YouTube links for you to listen or to share with your colleagues. So if we go very quickly over the agenda, so as I mentioned, we have 4 countries today: Norway, Estonia, Latvia, and Germany. And for Norway, Estonia, and Latvia, we have more or less the same concept, but then for Germany, we will be talking about digital platform that connects different repair workshops. And if we talk, and at the end, we'll of course have panel discussion with questions from the audience. So I do hope this will be interesting for all of us. And regarding the speakers, then I myself, as introduced already, I'm Jelizaveta Krenjova from TalTech. TalTech is also part of the TREASoURcE project, in the framework of which we are now organizing this webinar. We'll have Jan presenting briefly about project TREASoURcE. And then Anna will be talking from Fredrikstad, will be talking about Norwegian experience. From Estonian point of view, we'll have Marion and Kädi from Tallinn and Tartu. And I'm really happy we have 2 external also presenters, Ieva from Riga and also Nikki from Berlin. So that's it from my side. I really hope that will be interesting for all of you. Please, Jan, a few words from your side about TREASoURcE, and you can let me know when you want to change the slide if I'm too slow or too quick. Yes, please.
Thank you, Jelizaveta. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jan Bakke. I'm the project manager for TREASoURcE inside the Østfold County administration in southeastern Norway, and I will give you a brief introduction to the TREASoURcE project. Change slide. So TREASoURcE, the treasure in resources, is a circular cities and regions initiative project with a duration of 4 years, started in June 2022 and ending in May 2026. It has a total budget of 9.9 million euros and has a consortium of 15 different partners, which you can see listed here, and 1 affiliated entity. The coordinator is the research and development partner, Finnish development partner, VTT. The main demonstration areas in TREASoURcE are in Norway, Finland, Denmark, and Sweden, while the main replication areas are in Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, and northern Germany. Change. So, TREASoURcE is a project which aims to initiate systemic change by developing technologies and systemic circular economy solutions in cities and regions for 3 key value chains. These are underutilized or unused plastic waste, end-of-life electric vehicle batteries for energy storage, and bio-based side and waste streams. And by implementing these solutions together with companies and societies and experts in the field, we expect to significantly increase product and material circulation in the Nordic and Baltic Sea regions. TREASoURcE has 3 main specific objectives. 1, to demonstrate environmental, social, economic, and political impacts of systemic circular economy solutions in the Nordics. 2, to implement replicated and locally tailored systemic CE solutions in the Baltics and Poland and beyond. And 3, providing inclusive and just transition to circular economy for all, supported by high-level cooperation with all relevant stakeholders. Next. The systemic circular economy solutions in TREASoURcE integrate 2 main elements. The key value chain demonstrations that I mentioned before on circular plastics, circular batteries, and bio-based side and waste streams, and stakeholder engagement demos. The stakeholder engagement demos are supporting the formation of the value chains for the solutions in the key value chain demonstrations, and they are also boosting the uptake of needed raw material and boosting the uptake of the circular solutions in the key value chain demonstrations. These systemic solutions address major challenges of applying circular economy beyond just resource management and recovery. Solutions address economic, social, and environmental dimensions of transition to circular economy, including science, technology, and multi-level governance components. Next. Local and regional actors are central in TREASoURcE, and in our stakeholder engagement work, we are aiming to facilitate circular economy collaboration, circular economy innovation, and circular economy solutions. We do this in cooperation and collaboration with businesses and clusters, decision makers, procurers, event organizers and funders, consumers, and citizens and local communities. Our methods, it's performing 5 parallel stakeholder engagement demonstrations, which encompass a range of different methods and events, like CE training, procurement recipes, CE practices in cultural and sports events, and fixing workshops. Our work in TREASoURcE towards the citizens and local communities is focusing on empowering and inspiring citizens and local communities to implement and increase climate-friendly practices in everyday life and in their local societies. We do this by engaging public bodies, citizens, schools, and small and medium enterprises to innovate new repair and reuse concepts for the key value chains. And last but not least, by performing a number of local fixing workshops and repair and reuse showrooms. And today we will be focusing specifically on the fix and repair concepts, and you will be hearing about 5 different models and ways of operating fix and repair workshop concepts, both about the operations model, the main outcome, the key lessons learned, and the visions for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan. So I think we can go straight now to Norwegian experience. So Anna is already here with the camera on. So please, Anna, the floor is yours, and then we'll take some Q&As if there will be questions.
Okay. Thank you. You hear me, yeah?
Yes, it's all
Good.
right. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anna Gyüre-Szamosi, and I work as a special advisor for Fredrikstad Municipality, and I'm also a project leader for TREASoURcE here in the city. Fredrikstad, you can, next, Jelizaveta, if you can, a couple of words about Fredrikstad. Fredrikstad is Norway's sixth largest city, with around 85,000 inhabitants. So it's not a very big city, but it's big here in Norway. It's a coastal city in southeastern Norway, and as it is a coastal city, it's also a holiday town. So there are many Norwegians some have cottages here in the region, and the city is known for its old town and the cultural life, and there are a lot of festivals happening, especially in the summer here. In 2017, we won actually the national award for the most attractive city in Norway. So we are small, but we are quite attractive, and we often like to say that Fredrikstad is the capital of circular economy in Norway. Though I think that claim may be a bit overstated. But however, it's true that our industry has a long tradition of industrial symbiosis, and many local companies are deeply engaged in circular practices and have been engaged in many years. Today, I will present our case on fix and repair workshop as an initiative we have developed locally, but also as part of the TREASoURcE project. You can go, no, it's okay, stay here. Thank you. A couple of words about the local context. In Norway, repair culture has traditionally been quite limited. Repair services and generally human resources are expensive, and skilled repairers are not always easy to find. So as a result, people tend to replace products rather than fix them. And our idea was to challenge this trend by offering free repair workshops to inspire behavior change and to show them that repair is possible, it's accessible, and it's even enjoyable. Our first pilot took place during the Culture Night in 2024. Culture Night is one of the biggest cultural festival here in the city, and we thought that first time it's a good idea to do it as part of a already well-known big festival, because then it's easier to attract many people. And the response was very positive. We got a lot of feedback, so we decided, so based on this feedback, we decided that we are going to establish regular monthly workshops, fix and repair workshops here in the center at the main library. You can go to the next one. A couple of words about the workshop model and the operation. The objective is simple. We want to highlight the importance of reuse and make repair services accessible to everyone. Our concept is that citizens get repair their clothes, electronic devices, shoes, bags, and jewelry free of charge. But it's not just that. We also teach people how to repair their own clothes and textiles. Maybe one of the strongest components of our model is that repairs are performed by vocational students, so not professional repairers. And the students, they repair the things through their student-run companies. And this makes the model economically quite sustainable, while giving students real-life business experience, for example, in customer service, and pricing, and time management. So they learn a lot. And we can do these fix and repairs this way because we cooperate with youth entrepreneurship. Youth Entrepreneurship is a national non-profit organization here in Norway that helps students develop creativity, innovation skills, and entrepreneurial thinking. And through practical learning, of course. And in upper secondary schools and in high school, students can create student-run companies, and they work in teams to develop business idea. They assign roles and run the company for a whole school year. So the students do everything. They handle budgeting, marketing, and sales, and of course they get a lot of help from their teachers. And youth entrepreneurship provides them tools and training and competition and real-life experiences. And one of these real-life experiences is these fix and repair workshops we do together. Yeah, some words about the format. As I mentioned before, it started as a pop-up workshop at the Culture Night across 3 locations. The main library in the city center, one of the vocational schools, plus school, and at a professional repair workshop, Rebuy Me, we also cooperate with them. And after that, we continued with monthly workshops at the library. And in addition to that, we also introduced pop-up sessions at Christmas markets and a side event series for child and youth where we teach children in different age groups. Yes, we have one age group which is for very small children in kindergarten, and we have another age group in primary schools, and the third one is in middle school and high school. And of course, for children in kindergarten, we just do easy thing. We call it Treasure from Scrap. It's a workshop series which is it is about creative reuse. It's a creative reuse workshop where children are encouraged to work with recycled materials to make new and fun items from scrap. Of course, it's emphasized the sustainability and reusing materials, and but the 2 older age groups, so the primary school and the middle school, high school, we teach them how to fix and repair textiles and clothes, and they also do a lot of redesign projects. Here in the slide, you see pictures about that, where we announce these workshops for youth and the middle school children. Yeah, if they have something to fix or if they want to do some redesign project, then they can come to St. Croix Culture House, and then we can teach them about that. And this is happening every week, actually. Whole year, of course, not in the summer holiday, but otherwise weekly. You can go further, Jelizaveta. Yeah, it's about a couple of words about the target group. The primary target group is, of course, the citizens of Fredrikstad, people of all ages who want to repair instead of buying new. Our main partners are, as I mentioned, Fredrikstad Library, youth entrepreneurship, and the professional repairers like Rebuy Me, and the vocational students and vocational schools and teachers from there. The setup is quite simple. If we are at the library, then it's a couple of tables, and you see the picture there. The first one is about is there at the library. We just bring with ourselves the sewing machines and easy, simple repairing tools. And if the repairing is happening at the vocational school, then it's of course more professional tools there for jewelry repair or repairing shoes and bags. That's the second picture there. Yes, and we are organizing it now by drop-off systems, because at the culture night we had problems with the queue. So now they just bring it there and they drop off, and then we call them if it's done. Yes, you can go further. About impact and outcomes. Yes, first about the quantitative impact, about the numbers. At the culture night, we had around 5,000 visitors. Of course, it's not everyone who participated to fix and repair, but everyone knew about it, so we could communicate about this with quite a lot of people. Around 150 participated from this in the repair activities on these days. That was 2 days actually, and after that, when we started to do it monthly, it's around 20 or 30 participants on each workshops. And of course, dozens of items got repaired every month. And I think it's also important to mention that these vocational students gain a valuable and practical learning experience in this whole process. And the media coverage has been really remarkable. I think media likes youth and children fixing and repairing things and thinking about sustainability, because we have been on national TV with this program actually 2 times, and a lot of times on radio and local newspapers and and also of course a lot of social media. So that was really great, and the children and the youth enjoyed it a lot. Qualitatively, we saw that people truly appreciate the free and the educational aspect. Many said that they learn new skills, and they felt generally more connected to sustainability. For students, working with the real customers was both fun and highly educational, and the library has now quite become a local hub for this reuse and repair and sustainability learning. You can go to the next slide about the challenges. Thank you. Yes, so like any initiative, we faced, of course, challenges. Especially on the first time on the culture night, there was a long waiting time during this high demand event, and then that's why we introduced this drop-off and callback system. And of course, the vocational students, they change every year, so that's quite of a challenge, and the new students may be less motivated to participate. So it's very important that so maintaining a good cooperation with their teachers is essential. And of course, limited funding to sustain free of charge workshops is also a challenge. We have to continue cooperation with the schools and the volunteers and other partners to share the resources and to make it economically sustainable to everyone. A little about the key lessons. Community is one of the things we learned, that community is interested in sustainable practices when opportunities are made accessible. And of course, this accessibility and the consistency matter. It's good that it's the same place and same time every month because it builds routine. It's easier to share info about it, and it's easier to attract people. Yes, involving youth and education is key to keeping costs low and engagement high. And people respond strongly to hands-on and practical sustainability experiences, and the opportunity to learn repair skills ensure a lasting impact. Future visions, so please, yes. We have some ideas and of course vision. We would like to continue these monthly workshops at the library. also after the project is over. We have to introduce small fees to support the student-run repair companies. Maybe expand it to bike and furniture repairs, but then we have to involve other professional repairers, and the municipality should take then a bigger role in that. And of course, it's very important that we have to build long-term funding models and partnerships with recycling centers and other businesses, and strengthen the cooperation with these professional repairers. And yeah, it would be great to create a strong and a strong Fredrikstad repair culture where reusing and repairing is the natural first choice. So we do a lot of other events, reuse events and markets and whole year round to create this change in behavior and create this, yeah, to make Fredrikstad a repair center, a repair city, a repair hub. Yeah. Here on these pictures on the slide, you see actually the Christmas markets together with these fix and repair workshops. The first picture is in the city center. You see outside these stands where we are selling these vocational school students. They are selling their own stuff, what they produced from reused materials as a Christmas presents, and then inside in a empty shop. Actually, it was a we did this fix and repair activity, and then people can just drop in and fix and repair their clothes and textiles. And the picture below, it's the other Christmas market we participated is at the one of the vocational schools. The market is outside in the courtyard, and the fix and repair is inside. Yeah, I think that was from my side, Jelizaveta. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Anna. I think it was really, really interesting, especially from the perspective of engaging students, and we actually have questions in the chat.
Okay.
So the question from Ieva is, if events are every week, would you see some months are more popular?
Yeah, actually, it's always April and May when it's already nicer weather here, and then people are more outside or more open for things. So it's before the summer holiday, but also right before Christmas. It's also popular because then these youths and they can come and they can produce maybe Christmas gifts from materials they don't need, or from textiles they don't need at home. So yes, these two period is the most attractive.
Okay. And then Georgian also asks, were the vocational students involved in the repair workshops as part of the regular curriculum, or was it their own free time? If it was free time, then how did you get them on board? But I understand it was still part of like educational.
Yeah, it was part of the educational curriculum. It was always on Friday from 12 o'clock until 4 or 5 o'clock. So it was, of course, a bit extra hour, but partly at school time. And because of this is cooperation with youth entrepreneurship, and these schools, they sign a contract with this youth entrepreneurship. So that's why it can be officially a part of the curriculum.
Okay. And another question. So how does it work economically when the repair is free of charge for citizens? Who pays for the materials? Do the students get paid, or is it just for the work experience? Does the funding come from different sources?
Yes, so the funding right now for the materials is coming from TREASoURcE. And the students get very little money for this, yes, every time. That's also from the project now, and that's why I mentioned that it's really important to start with a bit, so it's not doing it completely free of charge for customers, but introduce some limited fees, but still much cheaper than the official or the professional repairers, because when the project is over, then we have to do it economically sustainable. So yeah, minimum fee we have to start with. And then that's gonna be going to the children, to the youth. Yeah.
Okay. So if anyone else has questions from the audience, you can also open the mic. No. Okay. But thank you very much, Anna. So we will still have a panel discussion. We can touch upon some other things. So we'll move forward then to the case Estonia. So do we have Kädi here?
I am here. Hello.
Yes. Hi, Kädi. Now I see you. Okay. So you just did not appear in time. So Kädi, please, the floor is yours, and after Kädi will be Marion. So, but we'll talk first about Tallinn. Yes, please.
Yes. Okay, thank you. And I understand correct that you are the one pushing the buttons. So
yes.
Okay. So hi everyone. I'm very happy to see there are quite a few people here. So this already shows that this is a popular topic. My name is Eelmaa, and I work in the city of Tallinn, in Tallinn Circular Economy Center, as the head of circularity department, or as we call it in Estonia or in Estonian, then head of circular houses. A little bit about the background. So Tallinn Circular Economy Center is actually a municipal waste management organization. So we collect everything that can come from a regular household as a waste center site. But in addition to that, we are now moving forward to more reuse and repair activities, and I'll tell you more about it. So please change the slide. A little bit about the background. So Tallinn is the capital of Estonia, with around 450 people, residents, and we have 8 districts. So it's a relatively compact city in the Baltic Sea area, but the districts are quite different in terms of demographics and also needs. And this diversity is one of the reasons that we chose the network of repair workshops in different locations instead of one central space. And also Tallinn was the European Green Capital 2023, which also pushed us a bit further on the development of everything related to repair and reuse. Please change the slide. So everything that we do is derived from the city's strategical documents that really translate into very, very practical priorities for us as a Tallinn Circular Economy Center. So these are prevent waste, reuse products, and make repair a, let's say, a default option for the residents. And we have, for the past 3 to 4 years, really changed these strategical goals into real projects on the ground. And the municipal repair workshop is one of the core activities or services we use for that. Please change the slide. I'm always pushing the button because I'm thinking I can change the slide. So, okay. So the city-run makerspaces are in different districts, as I said already, to ensure good accessibility. And then the idea is that the residents should have access to tools, to a space, and to guidance. either free or at an affordable price in different locations. So we have shared principles and standards at city level, but each repair workshop has its own specialization and also community. And well, this mix of common rules and let's say local flexibility has really been important for us in moving forward and in developing this field. I'm pushing the slide again. Sorry. So how our repair workshops operate? There are three main formats. So first is the open workshops. These are free sessions, depending on the location, usually 2 to 3 times per week. And these are without pre-registration. And people can bring their own items that they want to repair or maybe even start a new project. Use the space, use the tools, and also get guidance and support from what we call the master of each location. Second, it's the thematic workshops. These are like 3 to 5 hour sessions on a specific skill. So linear, we're moving all together, starting from point zero and ending with a project or a ready-made repair work. To give a couple of examples, maybe it's a zipper replacement workshop or welding like ABC, or just a simple furniture repair. So this is also for free as of today. And the third, this is a paid service. So we call them masterclasses, and these are usually like multi-day trainings, maybe 3 to 4 days, and hosted by a professional master for people who want to have a more specialized learning. So here I brought an example of a masterclass where they handcrafted leather shoes from zero. Please change the slide. Operationally, our repair network is decentralized. So this means that each makerspace is led by a master who runs the daily activities. But the Circularity Center then coordinates the network, sets the standards, and manages a unified pricing model, for example, for room rentals. And for us, safety is really a core element. So each space has a clear set of house rules and a simple traffic light system, which means that every tool is labeled either with green or yellow or red label. So green label means that use this tool freely. Yellow is be cautious, maybe wear some safety glasses or gloves. And if you're uncertain, then please ask the master. And then the red label means that this is only for the master, or either if the master really has given you the training and has made sure that that you are okay to use this special tool. Exactly. So power tools are only used with the master's permission and after a short safety briefing. But users remain responsible for their own items and decisions and repairs. And as of yet, this has worked out very well for us. So if I remember correctly, then there have been 2 finger slits that were easily managed by a plaster, and both of the times it was the master himself. So this already shows that the system we have, the risk system we have set in place, is actually working. So currently we have 5 repair workshops. The first one was developed in 2022. This is COPLI 93 general repair workshop with, well, let's say the main focus area is still wooden repairs, but also like small furniture and household items. And this workshop is open. The open sessions are happening 3 times per week, and there are at least 2 workshops per month in addition to master classes, as shared before. But this workshop is also very oriented or focused on building a community. So I like to say, like in a positive matter, that this workshop is the odd one out, because actually this was a workshop that started from the community. So a very bottom-up approach. And after some time, it was moved under Tallinn Circular Economy Center. So in a way, the experience from COPLI 93 helped us design the next repair workshops in a more systematic way. This is our second opened repair workshop, which has a stronger focus on metal and tools, which also reflects the local demand there. So it's private houses area, which means that maybe the people have their garages and have you know, the everyday tools already there at their home. So we decided to put more emphasis and focus on metalwork and welding, and this has proven to be a good choice, because let's say we get a lot of God, what is the word, like where you smoke your fish? So the chimneys where you smoke your fish, which you don't usually have in an apartment building setup, right? Then, for example, lawnmowers are a very common item that is being brought to repair. So yeah, and also we see more bike repairs there. So everything metal related. And the core principles are the same as in COPLI. So open access to tools, guidance from the master, and the room for community initiatives, but adapted to a different technical focus. The next one was open in October last year. So this is in Lilleküla area. And did you put 2 forward or 1 forward?
No, I have Lilleküla now, yes.
What was the last slide?
The last slide was still this metal, yes, bascule
okay.
metal repair, yeah. So it's all
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So this was open last year, and this is focused on upholstery repair. As you can see, some examples on the top border. These are the soles of the chairs. So here people can repair or redesign their chairs, their sofas, or other larger pieces that would often end up as bulky waste. And the work can be physically demanding and more advanced. So so the support from our experienced master is important. Yeah. Next slide, please. At the same time, with the upholstery repair workshop in the same location, we also opened textile repair workshop. So this is mainly clothing and home textiles like curtains or similar items. And here residents really come to fix zippers, adjust clothing, repair small tears, or just to refresh household textiles. Both of them have become very popular. So it has been open. Both of the workshops opened last year have been open for a year and 1 month. So we see a trend line in the usage of these workshops. And lastly, very recently opened a month ago. This is our new Paljassaare wood repair workshop with the focus of a bit, how to say, like, oh, I lost the word. So old wood, or like very special wood. As you can see, the windows on the right-hand side, up there on the second floor, these are actually windows that are from the 30s, and they have also been renovated. So in a way, this whole newly opened repair workshop is an example of how old wooden items shouldn't end up in the waste container, but they can be renovated. And yeah, so everything related to wood can be done here. Next slide, please. So for this presentation, I also had a look at the numbers. So here you can see 2024 full year and 2025 first half year. So 6 months compared to the whole year last year. And you can already see here that the number of items repaired in the first half year of 2025 are close to what was repaired in total in last year. We see the rise in consultations. And this is also very interesting to see after we really pushed, like, you can call the master at any time instead of waiting for the 2 or 3 days a week open session time. Then people are really calling them, asking about if I can do it myself, or what are the materials or tools to repair item A or item B. And usually they end up in our open sessions or take part in our workshops. So this is something I think we should also put more focus on. We also collect data on like new projects or new items. As you can see, in the first half year, the number has more than doubled. There is a rise in workshops. Of course, as I shared, there are the two Lilleküla textile and upholstery workshops were opened in October, so there's some logic to that as well. The master classes have been kind of a challenge for us, but we are working on it. And here you can also see the number of visitors. So we accept that, and the visitors we also mean we sometimes host, like for example, this Friday in Paljassaare we will have the open day, so everyone can come. You don't have to come to repair something, just to come and see what the room is about, and so on and so on. So we also host quite many tours or excursions, whether it's for schools or delegations from other countries, or private companies who take interest in the repair workshops. Yes, next slide, please. Yeah, well, in a way, this is already something something I mentioned, but another way to look at the numbers is to look at what happens per 100 visits. So there are about 40 items repaired, 10 consultations, and 24 new products, which clearly shows that the repair workshops are becoming like community hubs for learning and circular solutions, not only places to get something fixed. Yes, every year the city of Tallinn is doing a survey on green city and circularity to get feedback from the residents. So the number of people who are questioned is 1,000 people, and the recent survey was done in the beginning of this year. So this shows the number of, let's say, last year and the beginning of this year. And this shows that about 39% of respondents said that they know about the municipal repair workshops. Awareness is higher among women and older age groups and lower among young adults and also some language groups. Well, these results guide us in targeting outreach to specific groups. Yeah, and we are interested and eager to see what the numbers next year show. So a little bit about the challenges and lessons learned. Quite several challenges. Uneven awareness among age, gender, and language group. And low use of room rental options, which we have to look at again. So I mentioned before in one of the slides that there is like a set price for each workshop, and you can rent a room with or without the machinery, and without means that you just don't use them. But this comes with a safety risk, so we always need to have someone there. Yes, this is something that is a challenge for us. Yeah, but also the balancing of specialized equipment with beginner-friendly access. So yes, there are like home use machinery in our different locations, but then there is also like power tools or yeah, like special machines. So we really have to, or the master really has to take the time to explain how the machines are used, and we have looked at this in two possible ways. So one of them is, for example, like hosting special hours where you can, where the master guides you through the whole premises and teaches how to use every single machine. But in reality, it doesn't really work, because the next time the person comes to actually use the machine, then he or she might have already, lost the information. Okay, how was I supposed to do this? So, and there are also a bit of challenges in coordinating the network with common standards, but yeah. And about the lessons, so repair works best as a municipal public service with stable funding, which is our case. And also combining free open sessions with paid masterclasses keeps the model inclusive. Everything we do look it through the, let's say, environmental education prism. And we think that and this has already proven that it's most powerful when it's practical and hands-on. Yes. Next steps. So next year in spring 2026, we are opening our new Circularity Center, where we will have 4 more repair workshops, so textile, home users and professionals, also general repair, main focus on wood repair, and for the first time for us, electronics repair workshop. So it was really interesting to listen to Anna's presentation, and perhaps I will reach out and ask a bit more about how you are doing the electronics repair workshop for yourself. But it all comes down to strengthening Tallinn's citywide repair network and repair culture. Yeah. Here is the picture of the Lasnamäe Circularity Center, which we will open next spring. So on the left-hand side with the solar panels, you can see the waste center side, which for the first time is being brought indoors. And on the right-hand side, you see what we call here the circular house. So this is where the repair workshops and study classes and other different activities can be held. And our vision here at Tallinn Circular Economy Center is that Tallinn has the most beautiful, smart, and environmentally friendly circularity centers, and this is something we are moving towards. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Kädi. It was a lot of information for us, and the chat already has questions. Someone had a hands up, or did I miss something? No. If someone had a hands up, then you can open the mic, but I will just take the questions from the chat now. So yeah, I actually had the same as Anna wrote about the thematic workshops. Are they free of charge? And maybe a little bit more about those. Let me go back to those 3 types that you had. Was it this one? Yes, so thematic workshops. I think they were free of charge, right? That you also mentioned this on. Anna wanted to specify.
Yes, these are also free of charge.
And master classes, are they like used a lot, or who is I don't know, ordering those, or maybe just a bit about those?
So I brought the example of handcrafting leather shoes, right? So usually we get the, let's say, input from the actual users of the repair workshops, like what are their needs, would they be willing to pay for such multi-day trainings? And it's always a question of balancing, like what's the price, and so we could also pay the masters coming from outside, you know. So for example, let's take the same example of handcrafting leather shoes. So it was over the course of, if I remember correctly, it was 3 days. Maybe it was 4 days. So the first part is like theoretical, understanding the materials, and we had two masters coming from outside. So introduction of materials, introduction of tools, then crafting out like what's your idea. So there's a lot of like very personal approach to each participant. Again, you have to take into account the size of the room, how many does it host, how many people could the masters actually guide or give guidance to. So we have come to the number of like 8 is optimal. We can do also 6, but usually the since the prices are quite high, let's say 100 euros or more, then I think one of the challenges for us is to like, how do we communicate, even if the people said, oh, we want to do handcrafting leather shoes, and we are willing to pay, then the actual numbers often do not match. So I hope I answered the question.
Yeah, thank you. Yes. And Joanna also writes in the chat, so very nice workshop places. Are these places only for repair workshop use, or is there some other use as well? How are they funded? Is it from the project? So I can say that it's not from the project.
Right. Yes, we are funded from by the city budget, but sometimes we have a bit of project money as well. But 1, 2, 3, 4 of those repair workshops were funded. Sorry, not the workshops, but the tools and the machinery was brought from project procured with the project money. So.
And
are the places only for repair workshop use? As I mentioned, you can rent a room by hour. So with the recent repair workshop, we already see that the people are having new ideas, such as hosting their birthday parties. So we will see. But as of yet, it's for a repair workshop. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Anna, do you want to say yourself the question, or maybe the comment that you had in the chat?
Yes, actually, you already answered, Kädi. I was also interested in the funding because this is really a dream for me here in Fredrikstad to do it this way. These workshops on several places with a lot of how to say it, a lot of machines and everything you need for the different kind of repair activities. But it's not easy to get funding. So that's why I asked about it. But then you answered already that the city, so the main budget is from the city, and I saw that some of them, I saw this plate on the wall that some of them was
that's the machinery and tools,
Norway grants, and but that's really a great thing you do. It's really fantastic.
Thank you. And again, in the beginning of my presentation, there was a list of the strategical documents. So this is the cornerstone has been set in the strategical documents. So.
Yeah, and this circular center you showed on the last slide, that's a plan, yeah, or is it already under? So the building is already there, and you're gonna have it. Yeah.
I was thinking whether I should put the real picture or the render. So this is a render, but we are almost done with the building. So yeah.
And then it's built for this purpose. Yes. Oh wow, yes. That's really great. Yeah. Yeah, congratulations, and that's nice to hear that Tallinn city is and are working so much with this topic, and the municipality is so engaged. So that's very nice to hear.
Maybe let's take a final one from Jan about the target outreach to age groups with less awareness. Yes. So, or Jan, you want to ask yourself?
Yeah. It's just to specify, because you said something about the sort of survey or inquiry you made into sort of which age groups were aware of the repair centers, and you said something about also you used the information to target outreach. So I was wondering what kind of actions specifically are you planning or have you done to target sort of for like 18 to 29-year-olds who show less awareness, for instance?
Here we are I think dependent is a bad word, but working closely with the City of Tallinn Communication Department, so who have much more, let's say, social media channels than we here in Tallinn Circular Economy Center have. I'm talking about Instagram and TikTok and other channels like that. So partnering up with them.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Kädi. Let's move forward. We're a bit behind the schedule, and we'll move to Tartu. Let's hear a bit about Tartu. So still remaining in Estonia, and also Tartu has Paranduskelder, which is basically in Estonian the same as repair workshops. So Marion, I saw that you were here somewhere.
Yes, I am here.
Yes, I do not see the video straight away anyway, so I think it will appear soon. But okay, now I see you. Okay, on the other page. So please, Marion, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you. I'm Marion Kade. I work as a project manager for Department of Urban Design in Tartu City Government. Great to be here, and I will try to give some insight into Paranduskelder. So we can go forward with the introduction and background about Tartu. So Tartu is the second largest city in Estonia. We have about 100,000 residents. We have a strong university, lots of students, including international students, and our citizens are very active and also quite eco-conscious. So we do take that in mind when trying to figure out what are the goals for the city. And through that, Tartu has become a testbed for green and innovative solutions. So we have lots of things going on, not just the repair culture, but right now we're focusing on that. So let's go forward with the Paranduskelder. With the repair cafes, like the local context here. In Tartu, it has been more run by non-profit organizations. It started in 2017, so 8 years ago. It was really a response to this frustration that we are throwing so much stuff away, that it is quite hard to repair stuff if you don't own all of the necessary tools. And of course, just the green mindset has been on the rise. So the city supports Paranduskelder and the other nonprofits that we have in Tartu. Paranduskelder is just the one that has like the widest area what they do, but we have other NGOs as well that do specifically, for example, only wood repairs or wooden furniture, etc. And the city wants to really help with this because circular economy is a thing that we can't get past. It will only have to be better. So trying to support that. We hope that our citizens get a better sense and in the how to live kind of in this circular way. And so mindset kind of support is also very important. And one of the key factors is also that it builds community, this repair culture. So why not support that as well? So now on to Paranduskelder. Yes, so the direct translation is repair cellar because they started in a cellar space or a basement space. Paranduskelder started in 2019 and it's a permanent repair space. So it's not a repair cafe. As I said, it's a non-profit. We support it and they get also funding from grants. And their mission is to combine repair, education, and community empowerment. Right. About the workshop model. So permanent, it's open 3 times a week. Every day has a different theme. You can repair their clothing, electronics, small furniture. It doesn't have a very big space for a couch, but the bikes and small appliances are all welcome there. It has a operation coordinator who is really responsible for coordinating all the extra events that they have, the funding, grants, all that stuff. And then it's supported by all the craftsmen there, who are the ones actually then supporting anybody who is coming in and wants to repair something. And then the inventory inside in the workshop, the tools are, if necessary, they have been bought, but they also have repaired themselves donated items that are very good to still use, like a serger, a sewing machine, for example. It's a very expensive equipment, but they have the knowledge to repair it and now they use it. So somebody donated it and there it is. And the furniture is from repurposed materials as well. Right. And what it does, it is open all the time, the 3 days a week, but it also makes organizes these themed regular workshops, lectures, and the drop-in repair hours is the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, when they are open anyway. They are very open to if you want to rent the rooms and rent the craftsmen, they are open to that as well if you want to do your own event. And the whole idea for them is that everybody that goes in to repair something, they will do it themselves. The focus is on skill building and confidence. The craftsmen don't do it for you in that sense. They can help with the problem solving, how to do it, and then show you how to do it. But if you want to solder something, you need to solder something, then you will have to do it yourself. They still have a strong collaboration with schools and universities, and they also run a YouTube channel in Estonian called Paranda, meaning fix. So they do that as well as a side hustle. Right, now we can go on. So their impact and outcomes, they approximately have 500 visitors a year and repair 300 items. They get income from the services and activities around 60,000 euros per year. These include like the paid workshops that maybe a school comes in that, hey, we want to do a thematic workshop, and then the funding like comes from there. It has proven itself as this kind of community hub. Especially new university students really like to come there and kind of find their place in Tartu, kind of. And that has been a great added bonus. And some people become volunteers. They like the movement so much and the people behind it that they want to do it themselves. Right, we can go forward. So the challenges are that the running costs are high, especially for staff, and it makes sense. They have different specialists for electronic, textiles, general repairs, and bikes. So they still need grants and city support. As we saw, they take in like 60,000, so there's a need to fill that gap. One challenge that is not exactly related to funding but makes the repair culture itself harder is that the spare parts are expensive and hard to get. And the culture shift hasn't been that drastic yet. Still, people find it easier to buy So there's that. But what has helped is keeping the space open and running, welcoming. You can they have a kitchen section where you can do yourself coffee, tea, snacks. There's a play area for kids, so it doesn't mean you have to be. The feel there is, let's say, more of a workspace with a living room, let's say. And the connection with the city and schools and media has been very good. They have a very good operator, the coordination operator there. And what they do as well is that they advocate for the right to repair a lot. Right. And for the future, Paranduskelder is looking to strengthen their financial sustainability. So they're looking into doing more electronic repairs, maybe asking for more, not donations, but like income for it. Finding maybe new projects to collaborate with to get more sources for funding. Sorry. So, and for them, like the whole heart of it is advocating for the right to repair and circular policies in Estonia. And for the city itself, we are looking into building a new circularity center in on the other side of town that will combine waste management and also this repair functions, open spaces for people to use, tools, everything like that. And for us, it has been very good to have this strong relationship with Paranduskelder, because together with them, we can plan this new space a lot better, and also make sure that the operational part of it is a lot more sustainable. All right. I think that was it. We can go to questions real quick.
Thank you, Marion. Yes, thank you very much. So that was some insights into Paranduskelder. So just to mention that Marion is like not part of Paranduskelder itself. We wanted Paranduskelder to be here, but unfortunately they were very busy, and Marion sort of yes forwards their message today. But yes, we have something in the chat. We have also from Kädi and Andre. So I think Kädi, you were the first one. Yes, please.
Thank you. So I've got two questions. One is more like Paranduskelder oriented. If I'm not mistaken, then Paranduskelder also has a shop where they sell like different repair kits, and they also have a membership, like a paid membership system. So Marion, the question is that, do you know like how much do these like give or are they feasible, or what's the percentage there? Like, is it worth to run a membership system and the shop part as well?
The shop part is probably the most negligible kind of. The amounts from there aren't that big, but if the idea is to make it easier for people to repair themselves, then this is why they also sell these kind of repair kits. One thing they do is that they repair electronics that they get donated and resell them at the osta.ee, which is an online platform. And the membership is actually donation based. They don't have a fixed membership fee. Everybody pays an amount that they want to. Yes, they have some donators that are very generous, and lots of people donate maybe 20 euros a year.
Okay, thank you. And the next question is for you, Marion. When will
Sure.
the Circularity Center in Tartu will be open?
Probably 2027, 2028. It depends on the planning permits and I think the funding is there, but the planning permits is probably the hardest part.
Good luck and looking forward.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, Andrei, please.
Hello, yeah, I'm Andrei from Technical Hochschule Köln from Germany. Thank you very much. Very nice, interesting presentation. Just for my understanding, where are the running costs coming from?
The biggest expenditure is the salary of the craftsman and the operator. That is like the biggest one. The second one was renting of the room, and then all the other miscellaneous kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah, I've got it. So the city doesn't provide like the area for free? No.
No, because it's a privately owned location. But the funding that we give to Paranduskelder kind of helps to cover the rent.
Okay, I have one more small question. You like mentioned that people are coming there also because kind of like an atmosphere, because there is like a cafe machine, maybe children like could stay there. Like, what do you think? Is it more like an ecosystem, just a nice place to stay, or it's more really like repair? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, where do we go? Let's go there. Like, maybe, I don't know, I have my mouse to change batteries. We will change batteries, also take coffee there, like meet some other people. Like, do you understand my question?
I think I do. It depends on the type of person. Estonians are notoriously quite reserved people. So the people who find it as like a community space are either already very like extroverted, I would say, especially foreign students. But I guess once you get out of your shell, then you will not stay there just because to repair your thing. People with kids usually like to be there a lot longer as well, and it depends a bit about the repair as well, because okay, some electronic stuff can be very much you need to focus and do it in one step, but if you're doing like repairing clothes, then you are doing something repetitive that is very much like you can have a conversation with somebody and still do your stitching or something. So I think, well, if you are very introverted, then you probably don't want to use this space anyway. But it's a strong like argument to have this kind of space. I hope it kind of zeroes in your question.
So have I got you like correct? You mean that it's even more about the community building with some special values, and that what also like plays a big role and attract the people, so that it's not just only about the repair, but more about like the values and about the style, and this is also attractive for a big part of the, let's say, customers.
Yes, the lifestyle, like the people who have the same mindset as you, that yes, repairing is worth it and we should do it. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe also here to add from my side, I imagine like if you take your kid also, it's nice to show that, well, see, you can repair things, and then you take some coffee, or you take some snacks when you're with kids. It's it's important to have this side too, and yeah, so thank you, Marion. Thank you very much. We have something in the chat, but unfortunately we have to move forward. So maybe, Marion, you could take this in written, yeah, form, and And if we have time, then we can go back to those questions also during panel discussion if they remain still important. Okay, thank you. So let's move forward to Riga. Yes, so Ieva, thank you very much for being here. Let's go and see and hear about your story. I will not try to pronounce it. So the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. And it's pronounced Sadarbnīca. Sadarbnīca, and that's not a real word even in Latvian. That's a made-up word that means cooperation and workshop. So it's all about what's happening there. Next slide, please. Yeah. I tried to put a lot of information in this slide introducing city of Riga, but I will mention just few facts of that. So we are the capital city of Latvia, and we are not very densely populated. We have, sorry to say that, but now it's just almost 600,000 inhabitants. So yeah, we are shrinking city. And yeah, but still, we host 1/3 of all the population of the country, which means we contribute to the GDP and also all the economics and financial sector, like a half of the country's economics. And also we are part of several initiatives regarding climate neutrality and sustainability and circular economy, which is Covenant of Mayors and 100 climate neutral and smart cities by 2030, which we are very proud of. So next slide, please. So about our city, we started working on circular economy in 2019, even like October, late 2019. And we started with construction, circular economy in the construction sector. We did a lot of things there. We did preliminary analysis of reconstruction of a building, and we developed circular construction guidelines and also developed an action plan. And that was an inspiration for several next moves. One of them was EUKI project Your Plus. Hello to Marion. We were together in this project, and within this EUKI project, we established our circular economy center, or Sadarbnīca. And also we are working and now finalizing to be approved the Riga Circular Economy Action Plan. And yeah, we see that people are more aware of need for repairs, or it becomes more popular. Because I think Estonian colleagues can relate to the 50 years in under the occupation when circular economy was forced activity of ours. So we were forced to do all the repairs and keep everything we have. So it was very unpopular after regaining independence. So now we are slowly transitioning back to circular economy, but in a more appealing way, let's say, to normalize, to lower the stress that it is forced or something ugly. So yeah, and also because of everything we have done, this is not a full list of our accomplishments in circular economy. We received the prize and we are leaders of the practitioners group in Circular Economy Index, which was introduced last year, and we were compared to all other municipalities in Latvia. Okay, next slide. And this is, yeah, this is our workshop, or Sadarbnīca. We have two types of activities and two types of rooms there. So we want to provide infrastructure, the actual workshop where people can practice circular economy to do their repairs and or create even new furniture from the existing materials, or practice circular lifestyle. And the other room, the green one, is for networking, for awareness raising, for lectures, seminars, different kind of events. So it's for the soft activities and also to boost circular economy in Riga and in Latvia, because we use that as a platform for cooperation and boosting new initiatives. We meet with national level decision makers or NGOs and different kind of stakeholders. Next slide, please. So here you can see our wood workshop. We have not really big space, so it's limited how many participants we can host there every day. But we have a carpenter there taking care of all the tools and helping out. We provide space, tools, and advice. So people come with their materials and they can do everything they like. And their projects are so different. Sometimes there are shelves, sometimes there are tables, old or new ones, like not new ones from the 90s, for example, or even from 2000s. And very, very different type of items. These are just few, but every time I keep wondering what they bring in. And the rule is it's not for commercial rule. And the workshop is open twice a week for 8 hours. It's Thursdays and Saturdays. And every time it's open, it's full of people, as much as we can host, of course. Please, next slide. And this is the community space for different types of event. And here in the pictures, you can see seminars, educational events like lectures for students. And on the left, the picture on the left, that was an event hosting different theater experts from all over the country. So we have external events and our internal ones as well. And this is something, and we have like more or less regular events like circular economy breakfasts on different topics, and then ad hoc different events, organized by us or by others. Next slide, please. What's working in our Sadarbnīca? We have one carpenter for the workshop, and we are 3 circular economy experts working in a community space, and we do not have any designated staff for the management of Sadarbnīca. All 3 of us, we work for projects, we have specific tasks and not to lead the Sadarbnīca. But we do that because we are enthusiasts and we want to keep it running. So we are there and we take care of our Sadarbnīca. And it was established in the frame of a project, and it's operated by the municipality. We work for the municipality, all of us, but we are financed mostly by projects, except for carpenter. It's funded, like it's paid from the municipality's budget. And as I said, the workshop is open twice a week, but the community space, it's an office for us, for 3 of us, and then we open doors whenever the events happen. Also, I wanted to say something else, but I don't remember what exactly. Maybe I'll come back to that. Impact and outcomes. We haven't managed to count how many items have been repaired or any other quantitative data, but we know that we have had 400 visitors in a workshop and more than 600 in the community space. And that's in less than a year, because we were opened in December last year. So let's say just this year. I think these are pretty good numbers because maybe next slide I'll go to challenges straight away because we are struggling with effective communication because we don't have any professional working with that. We try to do that by ourselves, and none of us is like skilled communication expert. It's about any videos or posters or addressing appropriate audience. So we are learning that, and we will have another project next year where we plan to take in our team a communication expert who really can do the job. Also, continuous funding is really a challenge. Yeah, political risks always, when you do something within the municipality, it's always a risk. But this time it's super important because I would say after elections, support to our activities has reduced. Yeah, so we have to strengthen our positions as much as we can. But since we have quite good numbers in operations and a lot of plans ahead, and also the circular economy action plan, I think we can ensure that, but that's always challenging. Of course, it's way easier when politicians say, yeah, that's something we need, and let's move forward, and how can we help you? Now we have to promote our circular economy center. Yeah, and that relates to motivational drive. As I said, if we work for projects, we don't have a lot of time to manage the center itself and to plan for additional events or something like that, but we do that as much as we can. If the staff changes, also the activity of the center can change. Maybe sometimes for the better, but you can't ensure that, and motivational drive is not the most sustainable way how to lead this. And one of our lessons is practice what you preach, and we really have done that because both the workshop and the community space was both of them were developed in a circular way. And we always can show to any item we have there and say it was done based on this or that circular economy principle. And people are really happy to see that. And you can see in their eyes that they respect us more, like, oh, you really do not only talk about that. So this was really important. For example, in our workshop, we have second-hand tools even, which were thrown out by the people and repaired in a professional workshop and donated to us. So it's also a good thing to have. Yeah, and we would like to establish some better, more easy to use system or even IT tools for managing our Sadarbnīca and counting the results. This is something we have to think about more and develop, because it's really difficult, among other things, to count how many people came in and what did they do, and so unique workshop members is easier to count because they have to sign the safety rules, and then it's easy to count. But yeah, all the other numbers we have to take care and not to forget. So we are open to any ideas on how to do that and how to address the audience properly. So yeah, we do a lot, but we have new plans ahead. So we can put next slide. We have some free rooms in the back of our Sadarbnīca, and we would like to expand and add electronics and textile workshops. And also we plan to do that from our next project. So maybe next year or 2027 it could happen. Also, we are working on the stuff secured by the municipalities, so we are not so project dependent. EU projects will always be part of Sadarbnīca because they ensure nice workshops and developments, but to secure that there is a staff which is not dependent on projects is really important to properly develop. About public relations and networking, I already told. That's something we have to work on. And we are working on educational programs as well. We have a project planned for the next year where we will develop some for some ages of youngsters for pupil. Some programs interactive, but also we want to establish regular capacity building events and consultations for municipal staff. The more we work with them, the more we see that they are open to this knowledge. They lack knowledge to implement circular procurements or see opportunities in their activities, whether it's education, culture, traffic, and road construction, buildings, anything, or even welfare departments. So everywhere there's potential for circular economy. And also implementation and coordination and monitoring of our action plan, which is about to be approved, if not in December, then in January or February, the latest. And there will be a lot of work because this action plan covers like all the areas, and there will be a lot of work for implementing that. That's why we need the municipal staff for circular economy as well. Lucky Tallinn, you have circular economy department. Yeah, we just do things. We don't have a real secured institutional structure for that. Not yet. Maybe will be. Next slide, please. I think that was the last one. Yeah, thank you, and I'm open for questions.
Yes, thank you very much, Ieva. Yes, so I see how a lot of efforts you put into that, and you're at the very beginning, I guess, of your repair journey. And we did have some comments here in the chat. So practice what you preach was a really attractive combination of words. I would say people liked it. And then Nikki, do you want to introduce some of the advices that you gave in the chat regarding the IT support
Sure,
or helpful calculator? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for teams that are struggling with impact measurement, there is a really useful tool that we discovered pretty early on from the Farm Repair Cafe in the UK. And you can either place items by weight or you can do them by type. There are different ways that you can measure the information. I find it fairly easy to use. It's quite accurate. You can type things in and get an idea of, you know, what some of the savings are that you've had. They go, if you really look into it, there's a high level of detail, so you can see that, you know, there is an impact that's included in repair as well. So that, you know, you can get more detailed or less, but I think that it's useful to get some idea of what you're doing, and it's really exciting to share with the volunteers and everyone who's working on this some of those numbers. And I also think that nowadays as well, we tend to look at impact measurement. You'll see in just a minute that we are encouraging people to repair over buying new. So we like to make that comparison because, as we know, it is the biggest difference that you can have. So you can also take, you know, this many vacuum cleaners, this many cell phones, this many monitors, etc. Just put that into ChatGPT, Perplexity, you know, a variety of AI tools, and ask what the impact would be. I do ask for sources on that so you can double check things, but that's also a great way to get some basic data these days. It's getting easier and easier to find out this information.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Nikki. And Jan, and then Andrei. Yes, Jan, please.
Hi, and thank you for a very interesting presentation. Do you hear me? Okay.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. I'm wondering, of course, it's early days in the repair journey for these concepts, but have you made, as to the kind of workshops or thematics for new repair workshops or concepts, have you made any kind of plans for surveys or inquiries to find what is sort of most sought after or requested by different audiences?
Yes, we did a survey in 2022, and now we will repeat more elaborated survey next year. I guess like in the first 6 months of the year. So because we plan to also develop this circular economy centers concept across the city, and to do that together with external stakeholders like NGOs and businesses, not only to depend on the municipality's funding. So we would like to ask where and what would be needed, what types, but we will expand to textiles and electronics here at Sadarbnīca.
Okay, yes, and Andrei?
Yeah, thank you, Leva. I have some short questions. I haven't got it. Do you pay the rent you pay rent?
Those premises are owned by the municipality, so we do not have to pay the rent to some landlord, but we have to pay maintenance fee and all the utilities like heat, energy, and so on.
I've got it. Why are you open only 2 days?
Because it's very expensive to open more than 2 days, and our carpenter works not only here for Sadarbnīca, but he has other jobs as well. But other staff is working 5 days a week, and we are open for events at any time.
Okay, I have last question. You mentioned that the visitors are signing the safety instruction. Does it happen that, and what would happen if like a visitor or customer damage or injure himself? Do you have this experience? And if you don't, like, what would be like, if it would happen?
I hope it will never happen. I would like.
I wish you something like this, that it will never happen.
Yeah. But we thought about that, and they signed that that's their own responsibility. They are responsible of safe use of the instruments, and the instructions provide how they have to act in order not to get injured. But of course, that's the risk. And it's medical help. Then we have first aid kit on the spot. We have fire safety equipment, but just to call the ambulance because we don't have doctors on the spot.
Okay, so thank you very much, Ieva. And we move forward to our last presentation. Nikki, you already took a word, and then we can move forward with you, and we'll talk about exactly IT tools and how can they help with repair culture and encouraging repair mindset. Yes, please, Nikki.
Hi, everyone. Hello from Berlin. It's great to hear about all the different initiatives that people are working on. I'm going to show you a little bit, somewhat of a different approach of moving beyond just the repair cafes here in Germany and let you know what I'm building here. So I'm Nikki Anderssen. I'm the co-founder and CEO of a social enterprise. The name is RepairCircle.eu. So we believe that the circular economy is not possible without repair. We know, in fact, that it's an essential part of making it work, and also multi-stakeholder cooperation. That's why we're working to create more interconnectedness in Berlin, more ease of access for people, greater transparency around electronics repair, and we're also working to build convenience that rivals just the couple of clicks speed that people have gotten used to, as well as the door-to-door service that, you know, has taken over the way that we shop and the way that we live with e-commerce. This is a picture of my co-founder and I. We met at a hackathon at Impact Hub Berlin. It was focused on the circular economy and electronics. We were one of the winners of that hackathon. We're both very, very passionate about the circular economy, and we're passionate about electronics waste in particular because it is the fastest growing waste stream worldwide right now. This behind us is one of 16 recycling hofs for one of the many recycling companies in Berlin. A hof is a German word. Sorry, I might throw those in now and then. So it's a massive space outdoors with products everywhere, piles and piles of computer monitors, fans, vacuum cleaners, etc. And we know that a lot of these products are still useful, could be recirculated, could have a longer lifespan. So we're working to remove the hurdles that are getting in people's way. Okay, we can move to the next slide. To take a look at Berlin, it's home to nearly 4 million people. The average age is 43 years old. That means we have a lot of busy working professionals, a lot of families. These are our two target audiences that we're focusing on with what we're building. It's home to people from over 190 nations, so language can also be a barrier and a hindrance to people feeling like they can understand and opt for repair, whether it's going to a repair cafe or going to a local professional. But Berlin does have a very, very thriving repair culture, and I think in many ways this dates back to having a divided city and a wall that fell and various sectors of no man's land where people would find scraps of what was left. Even post-war, and they would put things together to find ways to build something beautiful for their communities. It's long had this kind of history of reuse and recycling. We've got nearly 20 repair cafes across Berlin that we've identified that are meeting very regularly. So some of them are bi-weekly to weekly to monthly, and are as many as 50 repair cafes that have been registered that meet maybe a couple times a year, occasionally during different events, pop up this type of style. It's a variety of things that are worked on in these cafes: electronics, bicycles, clothing, furniture. Some of them even have capacity to do 3D printing with spare parts, which is also super exciting. But of course, that takes people in the community who can volunteer, that have that knowledge, that can help people when they need it. So the fact that our repair cafe culture is thriving, unfortunately, also means that there are often long waiting times. People may have to sign up in advance and not know this before they show up with their really heavy vacuum cleaner or sewing machine. There might not be enough technicians or tools to go around, or the people with the right expertise. So all of these factors add complexity, they add hassle and friction for individuals. And this helps lead to the trend that we know is evidence in all of, is obvious in all of our communities, where people find it easier to buy new than to repair. So this is why we are working to make repair just as easy as buying new with RepairCircle. Next slide. We've got a digital platform that we're building to connect people to local repair providers. It's a responsive web app. It's a vertical marketplace, basically, for electronics repairs. We don't want to take any jobs away from local repair providers. We also can take a look at what the repair is that's needed. If it's something very simple, we can forward people to their closest repair cafe. In the future, I would love to have the schedules of these repair cafes integrated into our platform, so that people could also take a look at scheduling for that. Berlin just last year, September, did introduce $1.25 million for a repair bonus that helped pay up to 200 euros, up to 50% of the cost for items that were repaired. It was wildly popular. That saw a lot of repair cafes go from having a couple of weeks waiting time to several months, like 2 months out of appointment times. This is where people just choose to get a new toaster often, unless they're really, really, really dedicated to circularity and sustainability. So we want repair decisions to be made in a couple of clicks. We do offer door-to-door service through a sustainable logistic partner. And we've got a large network of repair providers in the city. We also have refurbishment companies that we can forward people to if they'd like to sell an item because it's not worth the repair, or if they do need to replace it, we'd rather have them go with refurbished over buying new. We've got advocates that focus on the right to repair within Germany, European-wide, also circular economy advocates, and also sustainable recyclers for end-of-life products. So it's a large ecosystem when you look at the whole story of an electronic device, and we're working to build as many connections within that entire ecosystem, because again, the circular economy is really partially a matter of just connecting the full supply chain, the full life cycle, and getting these different niche players working together in new and innovative ways. So we're working to enable the next best use for each item. This is a look at our platform. This is brand new. We've been working with we founded the company about a year ago. We started working on it 2 years ago, initially just developing the idea and really getting to know what people wanted before we, spend too much time or effort building something that's not actually needed and not actually going to help make repair just as easy as new. So this here, if you look at the search bar, you can write in the device or the issue. You could also take a photo and upload it. And we've got Imabesa, continuously improving photo recognition that we're working with right now. And you can also be walking on the go, on your way to work, walking down the street from the train, and you could just leave a voice, use a voice text there, and then hit the repair button now. This then goes to the next one, which gives you an overview of the shops in your area. So this is looking at a MacBook Pro. And we see that the filter here is based on location, and you can take a look at the distance, what the diagnosis fee is. Often for things like laptops and another diagnosis is needed. If it's something like a cracked screen on a smartphone, that usually we can offer the pricing for immediately. So you see at the top in the green, there's an estimated price range for that. Often we can also save people money by knowing that we've got local spare parts. Instead of ordering from Asia and bringing them in, we might know who has an original screen from 2023 that they can harvest today from another machine that had a motherboard issue. This type of interconnectedness helps bring down the cost and keep a really small local circle of utilizing what's already within a community before you go further. Okay, on to the next one. We have already repaired hundreds of items locally, and I do believe there's another screen after this I'd actually prefer to go to. So looking at the last 6 months, at about 129 items that we've repaired. We've been letting this run in the background while we're completely revamping our website, and we've had a bit of a hit to our SEO and our organic traffic, but we're ramping up with more automation and ability to scale as we're going to move into this December, some new marketing to hopefully reach more people and let them know that we exist. But we have about 6 tons of carbon emissions that have been avoided. This is looking at repair over buying new, e-waste that's been avoided, water use, monetary savings through these devices. And the majority of the items are laptops and smartphones, and then kitchen appliances. We're not currently focusing on the large items like washing machines, refrigerators. There's another level of complexity involved in that because it's not a pickup and delivery type thing. They're typically not transported. You have to set up an appointment at the individual's home. In any case, we will do that, but we'll do it later. And I find it's, looking at these numbers never really makes any sense unless you can put it into some kind of context. So just to take an example of what you could do with that, you have more than 3,000 people could charge their cell phones overnight for 1 year with that amount. The repair cafes that we have in Berlin tend to be all nonprofit. They are donation based. It's a mix of assisted repair, observing, watching somebody do it for you, or doing it yourself. The biggest thing that these repair cafes struggle with, I see there's just a question in the chat, is the space. Finding spaces. Permanent spaces are always better than pop-up changing spaces, because often it takes some time for people to know that they're there, and it's just easier to be able to have some types of tools that you can leave in place, rather than having to pack it all up at the end of each repair cafe and take it out again. And insurance. If you know anything about Germany, you know the insurance for everything here. So that's important. And all of these cafes need to be insured. They, like I said, are donation based, and they are typically independently organized, but there are larger networks that where they're all organizing together. Challenges and lessons that we've had in building this, there have been plenty, so I'll just have a few of them. So we did a high level of on-the-ground research before really building anything, interviewing people, doing empathy interviews, not coming at them and saying, hey, we've got this great solution, which is what we first did with the repair shops. We went to them and said, we're going to bring you new customers. We've got this great idea. And they're like, look, we're already busy. So we needed to find out exactly what's not working for them. Discussion with various stakeholders in local repair. We are a purpose-driven social enterprise that's not always understood by investors. We are not a VC case. A VC case wants us to create a lot of hype, have a huge valuation, whether or not repair actually gets fixed. We are very determined to actually see that long into the future, repair becomes the norm again, that it's an everyday part of society, that we can just as easily fix things as we can buy them. And so we're looking for alternative funding sources. My co-founder is from India. German is his third language. I'm originally from the US. German is also, it's my second language, but I speak a couple of languages. So this has been a challenge for us. We're also both, we're creating a digital product and we're non-technical founders. So we're relying on no code and low code tools and mentoring and guidance in order to be building what we've done to this point. Some key takeaways, I would say, get into the community, find out what's working for people and what's not. So really get to know them and how they're solving things now, rather than just doing a survey where you're basically handing them assumptions that you have that are then only guided into a certain direction. You want to openly hear from what's needed in your community. Do the thing. So my co-founder and I got out there, and we heard from another founder earlier on, if it's repairs you want to do, pop on a t-shirt with your company name and go do repairs. And that's what we did. He would go pick up people's devices on his bicycle and take them to repair shops and meet repair shop owners. And we would get on the phone and go in person and take repairs and find out what's working at these shops, what's not, what worked for the customer, what didn't. Like, we just got out there and we're doing it very, very manually on our own to get as close to the process as possible to really, really understand it. So not just sitting behind a screen and trying to assume we know what the problem is, but being a part of the process to understand it. I come from journalism, 20 years in broadcast journalism. I do radio and TV. I don't know how to do PowerPoint. I don't even use Word documents. I use broadcast level, like, audio equipment and video equipment. So you got to find mentors who already know how to do the things that you need to have done. If it's impact measurement that you need, find people who know how to do it and ask them for help. Whatever it is. We also have a policy, if somebody else is already doing it well, we do not have any need to recreate that and outcompete them. So this is an image with our sustainable logistics partner and one of their e-bikes. Mohan is my co-founder there in the blue shirt. He's holding a box of 20 laptops from our first business customer that we all had repaired at once. And they're going to take it in that bicycle to our shop down the road. That we're really fortunate that they give us free diagnosis for those things, and we can offer an excellent price to companies for the repairs. And build a network around your goals. So you might find, refurbishers have different goals than we do. Manufacturers have different goals than we do, but get to know all these different players who might be adjacent to what you're doing, but similar. If you're hosting a repair cafe, maybe build networks with schools and some of their initiatives. What about small business associations and some of the offerings that they have? Co-working hubs. Perhaps you can, have some of the people like make it more known what you're doing in your repair cafe that way. So I'm really into network building, and tell everybody about your ideas. So really talk about it wherever you go, whatever you're doing. And we can do the next slide. Oh, this is a look at some of our repair providers. That's May down in the corner with Mohan. She's great she does primarily smartphones and tablets. Then we've got up in the upper corner there, Mohan and myself with Batman Electronic. He created the Reuse Superstore. This is he's open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And this is one of those individuals that can fix anything. So you've got a weird lamp, an old radio, a kid's toy. He's just one of those people. He figures it all out. He also offers free diagnosis, which really helps people choose repair when they know that there's no upfront cost. And then the Apple guy down in the corner, he's our go-to for, he's got a very robust team. So when we've got 20 MacBooks that need repair, that's absolutely where we're headed. Yeah. So our future vision is a future where everyone can invest in the future of circularity through repair. We really want repair to become the norm again. We also would like to expand to other German cities as well as EU cities. Our goal with that would be create small thriving bubbles so that each city really tailors, whether it's a franchise model or some type of handoff with the platform, the technology, the knowledge. We're social entrepreneurs. This isn't just about us getting wealthy in some way. We want to see repair really succeed, and we want to succeed to a level that other people copy the concept, that it can be exported in more places, and that each community helps repair jobs thrive in that community and makes the best use of the resources within that community before going outside of it. We would love to see financial success. We are a for-profit company, specifically because we believe that financial success of circular models is going to have the most power to transform our economy and move from scarcity, the scarcity model of the linear economy where we take things, trash them, funnel all the profits to the top, and then dump on poorer communities all of our waste, to shared abundance. So I think if sustainability can throw the best party ever by showing that it really is the path to abundance, because resources are flowing, which may also means year-on-year growth can keep flowing, which we've got people like companies running scared right now and restructuring, firing massive amounts of staff because year-on-year growth is not happening in the same way as before. So I do think that circularity is the way that we can keep abundance flowing, but that it's also going to be benefiting more stakeholders, which is why small, like the niche vision is more repair of electronics for us, but the greater vision is to show that money can fundamentally flow differently in our economies, and that is the most stable, secure, and successful way forward for the economy. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much, Nikki. I think that was very interesting for all of us. Yes, it was a bit different from all other presentations. And Jana in the chat asks about the platform. Is it adaptable for other places, and is it open source?
It's definitely adaptable in other places. We need to first succeed at really, like right now we're dealing with hundreds of repairs. We need to get into the thousands of repairs. We need to get into more repairs per day in Berlin before we could expand this elsewhere, and before we know that it's really the right fit to scale in all cities. It's not open source right now. Like I said, we're working the best we can with a 2-person team and some volunteers with no code and low code tools. I would love to see this move to other cities and be then like locally owned and operated in a way that makes sense for that community. Whether that's a franchise model or open source or what, we don't know yet, but we want to be profitable. I think one thing that I didn't mention, because I completely just went from the top of my head and not on any of my notes that are here, but we want to see our profits reinvested into teaching more repair, so that in every community where this would operate, the profits would be locked into funding more repair. I don't know if any of you have heard of Ecosia. It's the search engine that plants trees. It is locked into their mission that their profits, and they're bringing in 1 to 2 million a month, And you can see very transparently exactly how they spend that money. They've got about 120 employees. They receive fair wages, and they're doing long-term with local partners tree planting projects around the world. So they have, social entrepreneurs tend to have a purpose that they put the profits back into. For us, it's teaching more repair, because we know that repair cannot scale in demand unless more people can do it, and that has to be solved.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Andre.
Andre, yes.
Yes, sorry, I missed a bit like beginning of your presentation. Have I understand correctly? So you just you have kind of a platform where you connect like customers and repair cafes in Berlin.
Right. Right now, no. Right now, so we're not. We're moving away from just repair cafes. Repair cafes are überlastet. They're basically running at capacity across Berlin. They are very popular. They're doing very well. We could use more people in these repair cafes to provide more repairs. But we're focusing on helping people make a repair decision. So we're a platform that connects a user in need of repair to their best option. And typically with laptops and cell phones, those are not going to repair cafes. A lot of vacuum cleaners, unless it's something simple like it's Wackelkontakt, where the cord, the cord just needs to be reconnected with the electrical wires. So the repair cafes are excellent at a lot of the easier fixes. The more complex things need to go to a repair professional. So we're connecting people to local repair shops. We want those shops to thrive. We're taking customer service off of their hands so they can focus on more repairs per day. So that's all going through us. The customers pay us a minimal fee for the curation of the results that they receive. It's $2.99. We can also offer sustainable pickup and delivery for individuals. And then we want the repair shops to be able to perform more repairs per day, and for people to have more trust in the repair process, so that they feel like, okay, if it's a cracked screen, I've got an idea of the range of cost. I know where I can get the cheapest cost, the highest quality part, the fastest turnaround time. It's just how we do e-commerce. If I want to buy a new phone, I want to compare the specs side by side. So we know that people want this level of comparison for choosing a repair, to help them trust the process, do it in a couple of clicks while they're commuting to work in the morning or lying in bed at night.
Once again, where your profit is coming from? You mentioned that customers pay $2.99. Are these like customers who want to repair, or are these professionals who repair, or both?
Yeah, both. So our business model is charging the customer for the curation of the results. There's a basic and a premium. The basic is $2.99. It's $19.99 for the premium, which offers both way pickup and delivery, door-to-door service at their convenience. And then we also charge a small percentage of the total repair cost on the repair shop side. Originally, we thought we wouldn't charge the customer, but then we realized with the level of work that goes into curating and building this network and compiling all this data, it is valuable. It's kind of like the same as you would for, other connecting platforms like an Uber, Airbnb, this type of thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Nikki. Now we move forward to our panel discussion, but before that, I would like audience to just try out the Slido, but then presenters can try out too. So it's the first time I do the Slido. So let me know if it works. You should go, maybe Jan, you can post into the chat these the guidelines too, but basically what you should do is go to slido.com and then insert the code 4463205, the one that you see on the screen. So okay, great, Slido works. Thanks for the feedback, and we can start actually with the question that I ask in the Slido with all our panelists. So what do you think, how can we shift the consumer mindset toward repair? So what motivates actually people to repair rather than replace or buy something new? So we have here multiple options. Financial savings, so repairing is often cheaper than buying new, especially for electronics. Or environmental awareness, people want to reduce waste, avoid landfills. Emotional attachment. So sometimes people have really personal connection to things, and I think it's also important not to overlook. Then practicality and convenience. Maybe sometimes repairs quicker for those who like shopping and who like doing I don't know, calculating different options. Then creativity and customization. So actually, for some items, repair does allow personalization. And then skill development. Maybe it is important for someone, it is motivating for someone to get new skills, repairing skills, and also this confidence that you can repair things on your own. So what do you think? So Ieva, yes, you wanted to be the first one, to comment, please.
Yeah, because I want to extend the list of
Okay,
reasons.
great.
Based on our repair shop visitors. Some of them come because of it improves their mental state. They say the therapy is way more expensive and that helps them to relax and do things. So this is a really good aspect. They can work with their hands and see result right away. And also some people say that it's just reasonable household management. Like the item is, it needs repair, but it's not reasonable to throw out. It's not super for environment or waste reduction driven. It's just, I don't think it's sensible to throw out. And I'm thrilled that I can do something about it because also a lot of people, I don't know how about other cities, but in Riga, more than 90% of residents live in multi-apartment buildings. So they do not have the space to do those repairs, nor the instruments, all the instruments, they have some maybe. So they really need that space, even they want to do that. So there are so different motivations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Ieva. Yes, Nikki.
For us, we found that financial, reflecting the Slido here, that financial aspect is most important, at least right now when we're looking at the people who are already choosing repair, because in the future we hope to break into more of the market of people who are automatically not even considering repair, they're just automatically buying new. And we know that from our own experience, as well as larger studies that have been done throughout Germany, that the price point has to remain at least 30% or less of the cost of new. So that's kind of the sweet spot where people will choose to repair it. One thing that I think is great though, is once people have a good experience with repair, it's like flipping a switch for them. So if a business isn't used to fixing things, but then they do, then they're repeat customers. They're more likely to think of it again. If people, I had a woman, she had a hair dryer. It was our first at-home service that we provided for someone. She had a simple fix with a hair dryer that her mom had given her. Of course, you can get a hair dryer really inexpensively these days, but she had it repaired. She was there to witness the process. And once you see that done, the next time something breaks, you are so much more likely to say, yes, I can just fix this. So really, that creates the biggest cultural change, I think, is seeing one thing repaired, then you are more likely to do it the next time.
Yeah, so this first step is the most important. Yeah, but Kädi, Anna, or others, Marion, you want to comment maybe too? Yes, Kädi.
Yeah, I was going through the answers and I'm thinking all of this could be true. So it's very hard to select only two options, and I completely agree with Ieva. There are very various potential answers, and for us it's also the tools. So we often see a person coming in just one time to cut the shelf in the correct measurements, right? So you have the big you have the space, you have the correct tools, and you don't necessarily need to have it or I don't know, rent it or buy it or so that's one of the reasons for our customers, what I see.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Anna, you would like to add something from Norwegian experience? What motivates people? more?
Yeah, I agree with Kädi. It's not easy to choose two because yeah, every situation is different and the motivations varies a lot. So yeah, not much extra I can add. The financial savings here in Norway, that's really something important, I think.
Yeah. Yes, Ieva, wanted to add.
I would like to respond to the second part of the question as well, because how can we shift the consumer mindset is to make repair more appealing, because it has always been popular to pretend to be rich or more wealthy than you are, or to show off your wealth, whether it's the pale skin, because that means you do not have to work on the field, or later the brown skin because you can afford to go to Spain, or so many different things. And the same goes for items. So we have to also, my reference to the presentation about the forced circular economy, which was not appealing and beautiful. And the new circular economy initiatives, I don't know how in your cities, but in Riga, they came as more hipster style of repairs, which is not appealing for everyone. But we have to put effort. I really like Tallinn's centers because they are nice, clean, well done. So it is easy to come in if you are hipster or regular person, right? Who is not keen to be seen as a hipster or weirdo or something like that. So we have to make it appealing and trendy. So I don't know who is a real trendsetter here and how to make that happen. But yeah, also popularity and trend is something that is important here, not only the values.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that when we go also to this making repair more appealing, we should actually acknowledge that there are different generations and also different cultures. And if we think about generations, I think the older generations are the ones who actually repaired everything. And now it's, as we talked, it's even more important to the younger ones, I guess, to attract them, to make them understand that it's since shopping is so easy today, you know, it's even more challenging to make them understand that you can repair things. You don't have to just buy, you know, with one click a new one. Yeah. So what do you think about the cultural differences? How can we maybe adapt the formats, or is there like any approaches that we can take, also considering that, I don't know, any language differences too? So I know that, of course, in Riga, there's also Russian minority, and I'm the one representing it. So in Tallinn, we also have Russian minority. And if we think about the older generations, then not everyone speaks state language. So I'm just wondering, thinking aloud, do we like take this into account, or if we really want to also spread this this culture? Yes, Eva.
Yeah, although we have a lot of Russians in Riga, it's interesting to see that if they come, they speak in Latvian, but we have English-speaking visitors as well who lives in Riga. So yeah, I can hear our carpenter speaks in English very frequently. So
nice.
Yeah. So we have different language speaking visitors, and weirdly enough, the older generation is not the major part of our visitors. They are people from, I would say, late 20s to late 40s, 50s, something like that. That's
Okay.
the average customer.
What about Tallinn, Kädi? What's your yeah, gut feeling says, or I don't know.
Yeah, my gut feeling
That's
says
great.
that once the person is already in the repair workshop, then repair is like a body language. So it doesn't really matter what the language is that the person who steps in actually speaks, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so you just show how to
exactly.
repair, right? And yeah, the language is secondary there. Exactly. I haven't thought about this. Yeah. Okay, but then we have something in the chat too. So thank you very much for all of you. The very nice and insightful presentations, Jana says. And does any of you have experience with combining repair initiatives with sharing concepts? For example, libraries of things. So people can rent items to take home and use there. So no.
No.
Yes, Nikki, please. You want to?
So I do think that more low-cost library of thing type hubs would be great. But like the repair cafes here in Berlin, affordable spaces are limited, so that's a hindrance to it. And in Germany, many of the rental costs for various different types of tools and machines still remain pretty high. We just moved recently and it was 4 times the cost to buy one of those carts to help transport and get the washing machine down the stairs with those rolling wheels. So my husband just bought a new one. So in the future, we'd like to create peer-to-peer sharing in the future. So if I have that cart with the wheels, I can rent it at a low cost to anyone in my neighborhood. There is Nebenan.de, which is a neighborhood group, maybe like Facebook Marketplace or such, but it's more of a community chat group in Germany that's fairly popular, but I don't know if there's something similar in other places.
Okay.
But I think peer-to-peer sharing might be the best way where people still store it within their own home, just as they're still doing, and that they could even make a little bit of money, renting it out to their neighbors.
Andrei, please.
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to share like the Germany experience about sharing. We have like some supermarkets networks like Hobby and Bauhaus, and there you can also lend like some like drill machine or polishing machine. You have to pay there, but like you can go to any supermarket and like lend this stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for this comment. We have something discussion in the chat, but I'll leave it there for since we are soon closing the seminar. I would like to ask maybe one final question. Maybe what advice would you give to someone who is trying to start a repair workshop? Like, what would be those first things to taking into account your experience, something that you probably did not notice in the beginning? So what would be, this piece of advice, the most valuable if someone wants to start something like Paranduskelder, maybe in Tartu, or a private undertaking. So anyone wants to share?
I always think talk to others who've done it already, no matter what it is you want to do. Find somebody who's already done it and get their tips. Also, if others already have a spreadsheet for logging the people who come in with the device and what the issue is, like tools like this, basic things for administrative tasks and such, get that from someone else. Find out about the legal hurdles, like ask others in, even if they're not directly in your community and your jurisdiction might have different rules, still harvest knowledge from others because it's definitely out there.
Exactly. Yes, I also think the same, that if you communicate with people, you get much more information than just sitting behind the computer and trying to figure it out. And I really liked your approach when you started with your platform, that you actually went to people and took the electronics and brought it initially brought it to those repair masters. And I think in the era of IT, I think interpersonal communication, human communication becomes even more important. Yes,
Yeah,
Ieva, you
learn more
wanted to
that
add?
way.
Yes, exactly. Ieva, did you want to add something? No. No, you didn't. Okay. Okay, but any other remarks from our presenters or from the audience?
Yeah, I agree with Nikki. It's very important with the check what others do and learn them and best practice, and maybe build partnerships quite early, find people and networks and institutions you can cooperate with. That's very important.
Exactly. I had the same in mind, the libraries and maybe the students that you mentioned, Anna. So something I wanted to maybe also direct to Tartu. This cooperation with students, I think, in Fredrikstad is also something to learn from. As the final word, so we will have this webinar recorded, and all the contacts of presenters will be there. Before we conclude, I would like to just thank everyone really sincerely to be here, the ones who were here. Thank all the speakers, all the participants for very insightful contributions, and I hope it was interesting, it was useful, and I hope it will be also interesting for those who will listen to the YouTube recordings. But also to mention that we have another webinar coming next week already. Do not miss that. It will be about circular economy education cases in Nordics and beyond. I also have a very interesting presentations for that. Hope to see you there. And yes, thank you very much once again, and have a wonderful day, everyone.
Thank you for today.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Have a nice
Bye.
day.
Thank you for today.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you.